What's up everybody, we are back. So first of all, a disclaimer before we get started is that I'm going to be very blunt in this video. So if you like your Nintendo content to be sugar-coated, and if you're used to that kind of thing, that's really not what this channel is about. Granted, in 2019 we've been mainly talking about Switch Pro and the future of Nintendo hardware coming, so I haven't had that much really to talk about as far as criticism is concerned of Nintendo. I kind of got that out of the way in 2018 when Nintendo announced their online service and their plans for it, and I talked all about that in detail, and I said I would not make another video about Nintendo Online until there was some kind of an update about it, or if something else happened that was warranting a video response. And lo and behold, here we have today that it was discovered that Super Mario Maker 2, one of my most anticipated games of 2019. I was a huge fan of the Wii U game, I really enjoyed it, it was great. So I was really looking forward to Super Mario Maker 2, more so myself looking forward to this game probably than a lot of my peers on YouTube who maybe aren't quite as heavy into Mario Maker as I was back in 2015 on the Wii U. So like I said, this was one of my most anticipated games of 2019 on the Nintendo Switch. It looked great, had everything going for it. And then we find out today that some YouTubers and media got a chance to play Super Mario Maker 2 ahead of time, and it was found out from a Nintendo Treehouse employee talking to GameXplain that Super Mario Maker 2 will not have the ability for you to play online with your friends. Yes, you heard that right. You will not have the ability to play online with your friends from your friend list on your Nintendo Switch that you're paying them for to play online. You will not be able to do that on Super Mario Maker 2, when in fact in their presentation, their Super Mario Maker 2 Direct that they had recently, they talked about online multiplayer, but they didn't actually mention in that Direct about being able to play with your friends. They actually didn't even talk about that. And I myself and others, of course, didn't think to ask or even worry about that, because that was something that was considered obviously to be standard with every Nintendo Switch online game, is that you could play with your friends. Nintendo has been very careful as to who you interact with online, and just about all their online games, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, Smash Bros. Ultimate, they all allow you to play with your friends online, including making your own lobbies and separate matches outside of being ranked online. Here we have Super Mario Maker 2, where they did this whole thing about multiplayer and how you could play with your friends simultaneously, 4 players. And then they said you could even play online, and that was just great. You know, everyone's excited about that, including myself. I do have friends that would like to play online in this game simultaneously. That would be great. But playing random people only, that would be a terrible experience in my opinion. I've heard other people say this as well. But if you're playing only random online simultaneous multiplayer in Super Mario Maker 2, that leads for a lot of confusion, lack of communication, and just chaos really, and a lot of frustration. If you ever played like New Super Mario Bros. U, for example, or on the Wii version, whenever you played 4 players simultaneous, it was always a wacky, crazy experience, but at least you could do it with your friends and you knew them. So I was expecting something similar to that with Super Mario Maker 2, and being able to make these custom levels designed specifically for your friends, basically, like, hey, let's try this level together as 4 players online, or we could try it together one-on-one, things like that. You could actually design your levels and then go try them out with your friends that you know, people that you trust, not going online with people that are randoms that could ruin your experience, and then you have to hope that they're going to be a good player or a fair player or what have you, because you don't know who they are. This goes against everything Nintendo has worked for with online interaction. They worked hard in the past to limit your interactions with random people and leave it only to friends. Now we have them doing the opposite with Super Mario Maker 2, where you cannot play with your friends in this game, which would be perfect for, and you can only play with random people. So what on earth is Nintendo thinking here? This is absolutely insanity when you think about it, and the reason Nintendo gave makes no sense at all. So I'll read the statement by Nintendo that they gave to GameXplain. It says regarding the lack of online play with friends, Nintendo said in a statement, "This is true. As the game is now, you cannot create friend lobbies online. You can only play online with randoms. You can still get friends together and play with local play, and you're free to play with 4 players on one Nintendo Switch system. You can also still challenge your friends to your creations and take on their designs through course IDs and have them follow your maker profile." So basically all they added was local multiplayer, but the way you play online is pretty much the same as how you could on the original Super Mario Maker, which was you playing by yourself, other people's levels that they uploaded and you could try out. This completely ruins a lot of the excitement for this game in my opinion. That was going to be so much fun to play online simultaneously with friends. These levels, instead of having to play them by yourself with no friends or play them with randoms. Now here's the funny thing. Say for example you play with a random and hey, you know, it's a great experience, they're really nice to you, they play the levels really nice, you work together to beat the level, everything worked out great. And then when you beat the level, now granted I haven't played the game yet to know for sure, but say you beat the level and then the game puts you with another random after that, and that player is terrible and they throw the game for you and they ruin your experience and things like that. You're getting a very inconsistent experience, and that is terrible in my opinion. But then say, hey, you can still play with that same random player, the same nice person that you met over and over and over again for that day. When you come back the next day, guess what? They're gone, right? Then you got to find someone else and get lucky. Hopefully they're a nice player and you can enjoy your experience together, which is probably going to be few and far between. And then on top of that great experience you have with that random player, hey, let's add them as a friend. All right, great. Now we're friends. Now we can go play online together. No, we can't. We still can't play online together. Even though I just met them online and they're great and they were a random player, now we're friends. Let's go play Super Mario Maker 2 together. Oops, now we can't. Oh, darn it. Now what? Oh, okay, well, let's go play Smash Brothers or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Splatoon 2. Those games have online friends, right? Like every game does. Every game that has multiplayer has the ability for you to play with your friends. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch. Super Mario Maker 2 does not. This is absolute insanity, completely backwards. And us, the fans, have to pay a yearly subscription fee for this type of quote-unquote service. Does any of that sound ethical to you?
No. That would not be ethical.
This is completely wrong conduct by Nintendo to treat their online service like this on the Nintendo Switch. It makes absolutely no sense at all. It needs to be changed as soon as possible. They need to patch this in as soon as they can. They need to create separate lobbies for friends. It's not that hard. Every other game does it in the world, basically. They need to create separate lobbies for friends and obviously separate that from the online leaderboards. Playing with your friends should not have any effect on online rankings. It's called matches with friends only or friends only. You know, basically they do this in all games. It's nothing crazy. So it sounds like laziness by Nintendo that they're actually making the excuse that, hey, this will affect our online leaderboards if we allow you to play with friends because it's going to affect your ranking. How is that even possible? You know, that is just ridiculous. You got to put that in a separate place. It's the simplest way to fix it, and also at the same time the dumbest excuse I've ever heard by a company to not put friend matches in an online game. Wow. So yes, I definitely had to make this video. Things had to be said, and this has to be fixed by Nintendo. This is completely unacceptable and insanity. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Nintendo Online, Nintendo goes and makes one of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen a company make in regards to online services for a multiplayer online game that they themselves were promoting just a few weeks ago in their Nintendo Direct. Alright, I've said what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think of Nintendo's plans here with their online treatment of Super Mario Maker 2? How you cannot actually play with your friends online. Tell me what you think about it. Alright, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Have a great day.